So using niacinamide alone will not get you far in life. That's not gonna fade that dark spot you had since you were in 7th grade, 9th grade, freshman year. Well, hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mona. I'm your skincare bestie, your skincare junkie. I'm sorry if you can hear my chair. She's competing for your attention with me. Excuse her, okay? I apologize. Okay, I got lost in the path of life, but we figured life out. Here we are. This is the most requested skincare video, and here I am, and I've got everything for you. And also, if I'm looking down, just so you know, I have a note here, and I'll be looking at my note as we go along. Like, my skin has drastically changed in the last 6-7 months. Last year this time I was praying, okay, crying from my elbow, saying, Ya Allah, give me skin that I want, which is the glowy, even, hydrated, healthy skin. And that is the dua I am living in physically right now. And hopefully, inshallah, you will find something useful out of this video and you could be living in your dream by the time summer comes, okay? Because that's exactly what I did last year. This time I used the winter time to kind of go into depth about my skin. What do I need? What's my skin concern? What product do I need? I honestly was in the trenches working overtime. Nobody was paying me, but I was working. When the summer come, this is the skin. Okay, this is the skin in question. Do you see this? Do have a little blushes, but beside that, that is my skin. Very nice and glowy, hydrated. That's what I wanted. Health. I know more than anyone the struggle with hyperpigmentation and dark spot, because this is what my skin looked like when people are honestly beating their face at 7 a.m. in high school. I was slapping Vaseline and calling it a day. I never even wore sunscreen until I was sophomore or junior year in college.
I didn't hear that.
That's how late I was in my skincare journey. And one of the main reasons that actually got me started with my skincare, how to take care of my skincare and know about my skincare even more, is my dark spot around my mouth area. And that is what started all of this journey. And I'm here to spill all the secret, all the juice about everything, what I've learned, what mistake I made, how I faded, how I transformed my skin with everything. I'm putting everything on the table. Okay, last year this time, I swear this is what my skin looked like. I am not even capping. There's a timestamp on it. It was so bad. I was literally crying from my elbow, praying, making so many du'as like, Ya Allah, all I want is just a glowy, hydrated, even skin. And now I can fully say, Alhamdulillah, I am living in that dream. So it's only right that I want you to have the same. So hopefully you will find something helpful and useful out of this video, and you can have your own glowy, hydrated, even skin tone and have your dream skin. So with that being said, let's get started to the juicy part. So before I tell you what product I use or what method worked for me or what this, and that, we're gonna talk about the basic and the nitty gritty and what is hyperpigmentation, the what. We're gonna talk about the important part, which is the what. What is hyperpigmentation? So there's two hyperpigmentation that I want to talk about in this video. That is genetic hyperpigmentation and PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So when I say genetic hyperpigmentation, it just means that there is a huge increase of melanin in one part of your skin compared to the rest of your skin. So your skin is producing too much melanin than the rest of your skin. Melanin is what gives your skin color, eye color, hair color, skin tone color. So there's too much happening in one side where the rest of your skin look like 2 shades lighter, and around your mouth it looks like 3 shades darker. For most people with the darker skin tone, that is the problem. Around their mouth area, it's a little bit darker compared to their skin, and that's why a lot of people struggle with around the mouth area. And that's, for me, is honestly the same thing. That's what I had, and this is what my skin looked like in high school, in sophomore year or freshman year in college. It was really bad. Okay, to the point that in the summer, my cheek is like 2 shade lighter, and around my mouth is like darker. The more it's hot and sunny outside, the darker it get. And also, I didn't wear sunscreen, so we'll leave it at that, okay? So me not wearing sunscreen, it didn't really help me, my case at all. So it just make my hyperpigmentation even worse, to the point that where sometimes I actually look like I have a beard even though I don't have a facial hair. That's how bad it is. So the other one is PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is where it caused by the condition where one part of your skin is a little bit darker comparing to the rest of your skin. It can look vary based on your skin tone. If you're a light skin, it will probably look like more a little bit reddish and irritated, inflamed, where comparing to darker skin tone, it looks more darker or brown or like a raisin. So there are multiple factors that can cause PIH, such as sun exposure or your skin reacting to a certain medication or acne. So now that we know a little bit of what, let's talk about the juicy part of the how. So I'm not just gonna give you the product I use that just be useless, but I'm gonna tell you what is more effective and the method that worked for me. Because when it comes to fading, hyperpigmentation, and dark spot, it's not the product, it is the ingredient inside that product. If you have a method that work or the formula, you can apply to every product or any other product and still get the same result. I'm not just gonna tell you, you know what, this worked for me and this worked for me. No, I don't like to do that. And honestly, I used a lot of skincare product, and you will be judging me and I'm judging myself. It is just worthless for me to just tell you all of this bunch of product that I use and this is what worked for me. Okay, we're not gonna do that. But instead, I'm gonna give you a formula. You can use that formula and apply to any product that you wanna purchase. Okay? So personally, what I used is this formula. I'm telling you, if you follow me on my TikTok, you would know or hear that there's formula to fading hyperpigmentation. I truly believe that there is a formula to fading hyperpigmentation. It is not the product you put on your skin, but it's the ingredient that's you are putting on your skin. That is what factor and what gets you the best result on fading your hyperpigmentation, dark spot, acne scar, you name it. So when it comes to fading hyperpigmentation and dark spot, there's one thing you need to know. That is tyrosinase inhibitor. I'm going to say this until people start listening, because honestly, tyrosinase inhibitor is the only thing that you need to know. That's going to be your best friend, and that's going to be everything you need to know. So what is tyrosinase inhibitor? So tyrosinase inhibitor is an active ingredient that block overproduction of melanin. If you have a hyperpigmentation or acne scar, that means there is overproduction of melanin is happening. So tyrosinase inhibitor, what it does is just intercept that pathway that lead to overproduction of melanin. Those are the active ingredient. There are a lot of active ingredient, but I'm just going to give you some. If you want, you can look the rest of them up. Kojic acid, azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, alpha-albutrin, hydroquinone, and there are more. So using niacinamide alone will not get you far in life. That's not gonna fade that dark spot you had since you were in 7th grade, 9th grade, freshman year. Okay, that's not going to happen, and I'm sorry to crush your dream, but that's not gonna happen. Okay, you might want to put that niacinamide down. So tyrosinase inhibitor is the key ingredient, is one of the key ingredients that you need when it comes to fading the dark spot and finally achieving even skin tone. Okay, step 2 is chemical exfoliating. So what is chemical exfoliating? As the name sounds, chemical exfoliating is pretty much you're using a chemical to exfoliate your skin by removing dead skin cell, which is the top layer, which what we can see and touch. Remove the dead skin cell, allowing your skin for a brighter, even skin tone. I'm not really big on a physical exfoliating, but chemical exfoliating will get you far in life. I just don't believe like physically rubbing your skin and kind of going to a tug of war with your skin. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just gonna use a chemical exfoliant and let the chemical exfoliant do its job, and we can move on with our life. It's just so much easier me rubbing my skin and doing like sugar. Too much. It's too much. If you're trying to heal your skin, why are you causing more damage to your skin? Common mistake a lot of people make when it comes to chemical exfoliating is by over exfoliating their skin and under hydrating their skin. Trust me, I am guilty of that. I have damaged my skin while trying to heal my skin or trying to fade that dark spot. I over exfoliated to the point where I have damaged my skin barrier. It was just absolutely a disaster. So I suggest when you use chemical exfoliant, you should understand what is chemical exfoliant, how to use chemical exfoliant, how frequent you should use chemical exfoliating without damaging your skin so you can get the best result. If you're a beginner, there are 3 chemical exfoliating I would recommend. Number 1, overnight exfoliating treatment by Good Molecule. It contains AHA and BHA. This is really, it's hard to damage your skin with this product. That's how gentle it is. And number 2, a Mandelic acid gentle this brand called Trend Wish by Wish Trend. It is very good. Honestly, this is gentle chemical exfoliant I've ever used. It is very hydrating and it works very, very well. As you can see, I have finished it already. And last but not least, by Paula's Choice, it contains salicylic acid, 2% of salicylic acid, AHA and BHA and PHA. I'm sure there's more out there, but those are the ones that I have used and it's very gentle to use. So when you use a chemical exfoliating, I suggest as a beginner, start off one, very slow. You don't want to do too much to rush. This is not a race, okay? Take your time. This is when you want to take your time because you can easily damage your skin. Start off as once a week and build your way up to twice or 3 times a week and no more than that. I personally have a limit to twice a week and I'm not reaching beyond that limit because I have damaged my skin so many times, like I mentioned. I'm just scared that I will damage it. So 2 is what I can do, no more than that. If you're an expert and you understand how to use it, 3, that's it. You can work your way up to 3. Number 3, Tretinoin. I have used Tretinoin for about a year on and off, and I'm still using it in a process of using it. I'm still on and off, and I truly believe that Tretinoin is one of the most crucial part when it comes to my skincare journey, my skin transformation, what has taken my skin from what it used to be to what it is right now. I'll be lying if I didn't include the Tretinoin as what worked for me and what transformed my skin. So Tretinoin is pretty much a synthetic version of vitamin A. Most of the time, Tretinoin is used to treat acne, but I got prescribed by my dermatologist to treat my discoloration and uneven skin tone. It has drastically improved my skin. I did use Tretinoin while also using all of this product that I am recommending. One thing to know if you choose to take that route is Tretinoin. It does come with a side effect, which is to dry, flaky. It called the purging phase. That's what it's called. It will be the purging phase. Most people hate it. It really stop using once they start getting into the purging phase. Trust me, if you can push through the purging phase, the result is just chef kiss. So the purging phase lasts about a month to 3 months, depending on how you use it, depending on are you using it the correct way. I personally, for me, it lasted about 3 months. I pushed through and this is what my skin looked like. It was atrocious. It was very, very bad, okay?
This looks so bad. This looks so bad. Can you see this?
Very bad. It really constantly flaky, dry, just the skin peeling off. And it was so bad to the point that I don't know, should I continue? Should I just honestly throw a towel on it and call it a day because it's not going nowhere? I pushed through, alhamdulillah, and now my skin is amazing. Amazing. I mean, can you see it? Can you see it? Yes, it's all worth it. It is all worth it if you can push through it. I personally got prescribed, as I mentioned, by my dermatologist, and I do have the cream one. I don't know the gel. I've never used it. I can't really talk about the gel because I don't know how it works or how you should use it. This is the one I have. It's called Retinol A Cream 0.025. Okay, so this is what it looked like. I'm not sure if you can get the Tretinoin online. Actually, I lied. You do have an option to get it on Amazon that will have 0.05. It is smaller than what I had, but it's still the same thing. If you can see your dermatologist, you should able to get your hands on. Number 4, SPF or sun protection. If you're not wearing your sun protection, you're in the wrong class. I'm gonna need you to pack up and go. Because what are you doing? That's the most important. If you're not even doing the bare minimum of protecting your skin from the sun, you shouldn't be worrying about how to fade that dark spot. Okay, the sun is already causing more dark spot and hyperpigmentation, and you ignoring that is not gonna solve your problem. So sunscreen should be the first step, like the basic first step. If you're not wearing sunscreen, you're in a wrong class. I'm sorry to tell you this, but pack it up. go somewhere else. Also, if you're not wearing sunscreen and you are using chemical exfoliant or active ingredient I've mentioned before, it just makes your skin more sensitive and it's easily gonna get damaged by the sun. And also, sunscreen protects your skin from the UV, skin cancer, anti-aging. Like, there's so much benefit to it. So don't be like me. Put your sunscreen. And once upon a time, I was anti-sunscreen until I have learned my lesson. So yeah, sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Number five, I think we're number five. Number five is vitamin C. I put vitamin C at number five because I don't really think vitamin C is crucial enough for you to worry. Vitamin C, it does work. I personally think it's just not that important, not that crucial for you to worry about. Are you gonna include vitamin C in this list? But if you can get your hands on a good, when I say stable, is vitamin C typically is unstable. Stable means that how well it's gonna be effective, how well it's gonna work. Vitamin C is usually very unstable, so do your research. If you're willing to add vitamin C a part of your skincare routine, just make sure that it is stable. So it is stable and effective to get the job done. But I don't think you actually need vitamin C to fade your hyperpigmentation or acne scar. If you can use vitamin C, it's always plus, but if you don't use it, that doesn't mean that you will not be fading your hyperpigmentation or acne scar. So here are the few recommendations when it comes to tyrosinase inhibitor. Those are what I've used and I abused, and I truly believe that they're very effective when it comes to fading acne scar, hyperpigmentation, dark spot, you name it. They will get the job done. Number one, I used the Kojic. You don't judge me, okay? I'm just gonna share you. I'm showing you my dirty laundry. You're not gonna judge me. Okay, it's the kojic acid by Good Molecule. You see how thin this thing is? I pretty much took it to the pound town. Like, it's non-existent. It contains kojic acid, tranexamic acid, and I think alpha-butane too. I use it at night. It is much very gentle and doesn't strip your skin from, unlike other soap that I've tried on Amazon and on TikTok. It went viral a couple times. They're good, but it really dries your skin. And if you already have a dry skin, that just makes your skin even worse, and I really hated that. So I tried this by Good Molecule. They're very gentle, it really does get the job done, and it doesn't dry your skin for a soap, so that's always a plus for me. That's a must, and I've used it a multiple time, and I put my family, my friend, everybody on. Yep. Number two is this by Anua. Whoa, are you gonna focus? There it is. This by April Skin tranexamic acid, and also contain niacinamide, alpha-butane, and a toning shot. Toning shot is pretty much micro needling, which is like very small, smaller than your pore, which allowed your active ingredient absorb into your skin so you can get the best at the product, which the active ingredient in here is alpha-butane and tranexamic acid. So pretty much everything that I use contain some sort of tranexamic acid or alpha-butane, and I really love them. It works very well, and this is the path that I chose to go with: kojic acid, tranexamic acid, and azelaic acid. And last but not least will be azelaic acid. One thing I like about this product is it zoomed in? I can't really tell. Okay, so this azelaic acid by Anua, it is very great. The formula is very great and very gentle. You can use it if you have redness or irritated skin, or if you have those annoying stubborn acne scars that just don't go away. It is really great. I've used multiple bottles. Unlike any other azelaic acid, it does not irritate your skin. Like, do you see this? Not one, not two, 3 bottles. 3 bottles. That's how well it works, and I will be repurchasing this product. If you want, I can make a separate video on reviewing all of this product I have used, but this is everything in a nutshell, what I've used and how what transformed my skin from looking like this to what we are admiring as of today. Now you know my secret. Now it's your turn to try them all and see it for yourself. Make sure you stay tuned in for more skincare tips and tricks. With that being said, I will see you next time. Until then, masalama.